the B final, the lightweight women's single sculls. Over in lane 1, Stephanie Borzakini of Austria, Sonata Petrakaite of Lithuania in 2, Georgia Nesbitt of Australia in 3, Kenya Lechuga Alanis of Mexico in 4, Amber van Zomeren of Netherlands in 5, and Catherine Sulks of Canada in 6. Off to a clean start, and any second we'll rejoin them live. There they are, out in front by a nose is Amber van Zomeren of the Netherlands, pretty well tied with Stephanie Borzakini at the top of the picture from Austria.
Yeah, we saw an incredibly fast start from the Mexican sculler in lane 4 there, just narrowly missing out on a place in the A final yesterday by about a second and a half. So a very close race for her, and that's why she's in the middle of the course there next to Georgia Nesbitt of Australia, also placing fourth in her semi-final and just missing a place in that A final.
The Austrian Borzakini lifting the rating slightly there, only by a pip or two, and that's meant that she is really tussling it out for the lead with the Netherlands. Early stages yet, 725 metres in, and it's pretty darn level across the middle field there. Not much to choose between those 5 boats.
She's an experienced lightweight sculler, Borzakini. I mean, here she hasn't performed at the standards that she's been showing in some of the regattas. She's had a really good result in Varese, middle of the small final, but I think the pace she's shown now, she's been very brave actually to go out that quick, and I think, you know, we've seen in racing that if you do take a chance here that things can happen for you. So this isn't a normal race profile. She tends to sit in the pack and tries to come through. So Borzakini leading from that outside lane, and the reason the crews are in the outside lanes are because they came in at the back of their semi-final, so you don't expect the race leaders to show those positions.
And it looks as though now the Mexican in lane 4, her start was so aggressive, and it looks like she's starting to really pay for that now as they reach the middle part of the race. But Georgia Nesbitt from Australia in lane 3 starting to look very strong. She's got a very aggressive sit-back style there, and she's starting to chip away at the Austrian sculler over in lane 1.
As one of the young Australian scullers, I mean, they're very disappointed, of course, their lightweight double of Flecker and McNamara aren't in the last 12. What chance do you think that gives Nesbitt to sort of force her way into the boat, maybe?
Look, I think there's a very strong squad. We've got the lightweight women's quad. We'll see their final later this afternoon. And also, obviously, Flecker and McNamara, who've been the top 2 in that lightweight squad for some time now. And Nesbitt showing a very strong performance here at this regatta, just missing out on that A final and now in the lead of that B final. So I think anything could happen at this point, and perhaps there needs to be some really rigorous trialling to see what combinations they can come up with. But certainly disappointing for the Lady Women's double, but very encouraging for Nesbitt now to find her opportunity.
Getting back in this as well, Sonata Petrakaite of Lithuania, you just saw her on the screen there. She's pulling up alongside this lady, Stephanie Borzakini of Austria. There you see Petrakaite on the right-hand side of your picture, and also the bow ball of Catherine Sulks of Canada just starting to edge in alongside Amber van Zomeren of the Netherlands. This is a really tight field out at the front here. This is Georgia Nesbitt starting to really push forwards, looking pretty clean and strong there, but you can see the Lithuanian starting to get onto terms with it.
I think what's interesting, you look at the contrast and styles of 2 women in yellow, the Australian and Lithuanian, and the Lithuanian, Sandra Petrakaite, she reminds me a little bit of the way the scullers, Vistatate in the double, and Valkykaite, in that she's got a very strong, efficient finish, very strong in the core, not so long lean back. You see the Aussie there, she's really got that lean back trying to force the finish. I think if you can make it work, it's fine, but you've got to recover your body and get all the way forward, and there's a little dip in the boat, and I think the Lithuanian's technique is a little bit more efficient, more centred in the core, and the under-23s that she was in this year, I mean, Lithuanian scully's on such a roll. She got a bronze medal in that under-23s, and to win this B final will be a great step on for her, and she's really taking the chance with both hands now.
Well, here she goes. She's been moving up the field gradually since the first 500, into second place now behind Georgia Nesbitt, and that's been a really consistent pressure she's been applying there, rating 34. She may well draw level with Nesbitt shortly, and still not out of this race, just off the right of the picture, is the Canadian Catherine Sulks. This is her debut, according to the history that we were looking at on her, and she's performing pretty well here. 33 strokes a minute, just off third place.
Yeah, Georgia Nesbitt's boat speed is actually slowing to one of the slowest on the course at this point. She's at 15 kilometres an hour, as you can see on that graphic. So she really is starting to suffer from that incredibly hard push that she put through the middle. A really brave effort from her. But the Lithuanian, as you pointed out, Martin, is looking very strong now, very smooth, and she's just edging her bow into the lead. She has the fastest boat speed on the course, but a big push there coming from Canada and also the Mexican Sculler now in lane 4 as well.
She actually was in the Youth Olympics in 2012. Was that down in Sydney, where she placed 4th in the junior women's singles? So she's really got experience in this boat class. And well, it's not done and dusted yet, because that's such a gutsy response from the Australian, isn't it? Still just got 2 or 3 feet to make, but she's not allowed the Lithuanian to go straight through her.
They are absolutely motoring. 50 metres to go. Lithuanian still out in front. It's trading places pretty much with the surge of the stroke. I think the Lithuanian's got a foot on Nesbitt now as we come up towards 20 metres to the line. The Lithuanian's going to take the lead. Canada is still coming in for third, so Petra Kaitje of Lithuania takes the win in this B final ahead of Nesbitt, and then Sauks of Canada, followed by Van Zommeren of the Netherlands. We then see Borzakini and Lechuga Alanis of Mexico cross the line. So great performance by Sonia Petra of Lithuania to win this B final on time of 7:54.01. Second place, Georgia Nesbitt, half a second behind.
You know, the Lithuanians, we look at the Australian there, brave race from Georgia Nesbitt. The Lithuanians are really benefited from this relationship they've got with Greek rowing. They spent their summer training camp down with Greece, with their coaches, and together with the Lithuanians and Greeks working together. I mean, their sculling is going from strength to strength. Giovanni Postigliani so influential, and this young Lithuanian has really benefited Sonata Petrikaite, and well, we're going to see a Lithuanian lightweight women's double star, aren't we, for the Olympics, I guess. And who's to say they won't be in with a shot with qualification through the regatta at Lucerne in 2016.
There we have